Good evening and welcome. You're watching Quiz in English with me, Hayley Edmonds. Now, for those of you who weren't playing Speed Cash 50 minutes ago, you have a chance to redeem yourself and win your part of €300. Yes, there are €300 up for grabs tonight for the players that give all of the right answers in the allocated time. So theoretically, if there's only one person that gives all the right answers, well, then that one person will have €300. However, if there are 300 people that get all the answers right, well, that'd be €1 per person. There are 9 questions between you and winning your part of this €300. I'll give you a little clue as to the theme of tonight's quiz. It is, of course, literature. We've got some French literature questions. We've got some English and American literature questions, and we're going to get started right away with a French classic. Question number 1. Jean Valjean is a character from which classic novel? Is it Les Miserables, The Count of Monte Cristo, Madame Bovary, or War and Peace? Jean Valjean is a character from which famous novel? Now, I'll give you a clue. It was actually made into a film, and it was Hugh Jackman that played the leading role of Mr. Jean Valjean. The right answer was, of course, or is, of course, Les Miserables. Les Miserables, written by Victor Hugo in 1862. The quickest to give the right answer, was Sylvia. So well done you, Sylvia, looking lovely in your profile picture. Keep it up, Sylvia. If you are a literature fan, well, you do have a high chance of winning your part of €300, so they're up for grabs tonight. Let's get on to question number 2. Now, if you can see this beautiful image, there's a huge clue as to what question number 2 is. So the question is, let's go this with question number 2. Which author wrote Lord of the Rings? Was it J.R.R. Tolkien? Was it Stephen King? Was it Mark Twain? Or was it Douglas Adams? Who wrote Lord of the Rings? Now, Lord of the Rings, of course, is one of the best-selling novels, ever written, with 150 million copies sold. And it was, of course, made into an outstanding trilogy that took an outstanding 8 years to produce. It was filmed in New Zealand, and they say that 1 in 160 people, New Zealanders, actually worked on production. It was, of course, J.R.R. Tolkien, the English writer, that wrote it. So let's get some stats. Who got it? The answer the quickest, it was Valérie. Valérie, if you do particularly well, and if you do play without any mistakes, then do pick up later, because I will be calling some of the the winners of who will actually get their dibs on €300. It's €300 up for grabs tonight in this quiz in English. Now, as you can tell, this beautiful sign is a big clue to question number 3. Question number 3 coming up. Now, beware of the dog. What could that be about? It is, of course, The Hound of the Baskervilles. Is a novel written by which author? Is it Arthur Conan Doyle, Philip Pullman, Charles Dickens, or Edgar Allan Poe? Hound of the Baskervilles. Now, for all of those fans out there, it's a 3rd novel of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, featuring the detective Sherlock Holmes, which is set largely on Dartmoor, in Devon, where I will be this weekend, incidentally, for my brother's wedding. I'll tell you what it's like, and if there's any kind of, if it still resembles what it looked like at that period in time today. So, let me just see, 218 of you got that one right. Well done, you guys, and well done, Marathon 86, who got it right the quickest. 65 of you thought it was Charles Dickens. Yay, nay, my friends, and 51 of you thought it was Edgar Allan Poe. Now, this beautiful portrait is a big clue to our next question. It is, of course, Leo Tolstoy. So we want to know, for question number 4, which woman did he write about? Was it Anna Karenina? Was it Anna Christina? Was it Anna Charmaine? Or was it Anna Charleston? Charleston, of course, being that famous dance from the 1920s. Was it her? Anna Charleston? We'll find out. Drum roll, please. So who did Leo Tolstoy write about? It was, of course, Anna Karenina. So, who got it right? Who knows about that? The Russian author, Leo Tolstoy. Who got that right the quickest? If my information is correct right here, 72% of you got that one right. So, 210 of you. Camille, you're on it, you're on a ball. Well done, Camille, for getting that right. Let's move on to our next question. Our next question, don't forget there are 9 questions. 9 questions. For those who answer 9 questions correctly, you'll be able to get your part in 300 euros that are up for grabs. Now, this photo is a huge clue to our next question. Now, not to give too much away, of course, the 16th arrondissement in Paris, it actually didn't happen in the 16th arrondissement, but the 4th. So where did Victor Hugo's famous hunchback live? Was it Notre Dame, Westminster Abbey, York Minster, or the local church? I think I just basically gave it away. For those of you who are paying attention, for those who speak good enough English as well, because I know there are some French players out there, n'est-ce pas? So, who wrote it? Where was it about? It was, of course, Notre Dame, or Notre Dame. If you're American, come on. It was set, of course, in the beautiful Notre Dame Cathedral. That's in the 4th arrondissement in Paris. It's just a lovely example of French Gothic architecture. If you ever have the opportunity to go, it's absolutely outstanding. It was, of course, the book was published in 1831, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. So let's get some stats. Statistically, 86% of you got that one right. However, 15 of you thought that it's actually the local church. I mean, it depends how local you are, but yeah, it wasn't the right answer. So, no. It was Mathilde. Mathilde, you got that one right. Mathilde, you sound quite French, so I reckon that you might. It could have been your local church. You could live down the road from Notre Dame. But it's not a church, it's a cathedral, so you'd have got it wrong anyway. So let's move on to another French literary masterpiece. And I've actually been corrected several times by saying this. It's not Madame Bovary, it's Madame Bovary. Voila. I said it correct, so I stand corrected. It's not a Bovary for the Anglo spectators or participants. So who did give us a tale of Madame Bovary? Was it Gustave Flaubert, Honoré de Balzac, Émile Zola, ou Guy de Maupassant? Gustave Flaubert, Honoré de Balzac, Guy de Maupassant. J'ai pas mon bac littéraire, parce que je suis anglaise, j'ai l'équivalent de, bien sûr, je suis diplômée en littérature. Anyway, so about that. Madame Bovary, who got it right? How many of you got that one right? It was, of course, Gustave Flaubert. Wow, what a beautiful name. Gustave Flaubert. Gustave Flaubert, I would have married him just for his name, Hayley Flaubert. Or, I mean, yeah, Honoré de Balzac, Hayley de Balzac sounds pretty swag as well. But I would have preferred a bit of Gustave Flaubert. Let's get some statistics concerning the right answers. 68% of you got Gustave Flaubert. So, I mean, you know, 68 or 182 participants got your bac littéraire. Okay, because don't lie, you did not read Madame Bovary for hobby, or maybe you did, because it is quite sexy, n'est-ce pas? However, 31% of you, no, 31 of you, I thought it was Émile Zola, 31 of you also thought it was Guy de Maupassant. But Valerie did not. Valerie got the right answer. So well done, Valerie. You are on your way to winning your part of 300 euros. Let's move on to question number 7. Now, as you can tell, down in this photo, to the left, it is, of course, Vivian Leigh. Now, we want to know where Vivian Leigh, or Scarlett O'Hara, as she is so known in the book. Where does she live? What was the name of her house? Was it Tara? Was it Teddy? Was it Terry? Or was it Tanya? Was it Tara? Hey, welcome to my crib. This is Tara. Or is it, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. You can stand Terry all your life. Well, that sounds a bit vulgar, actually. It was, of course, Tara. Now, I've got a few stats on, a bit of information on Gone with the Wind is epic Civil War drama written by Margaret Mitchell in 1936. It's, of course, portrayed by Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh, and it was the highest grossing film, of all time in Canada and the US of A. It's 4 hours long, so for all of those spectators, those people that went to watch it, well, at least you got your money's worth, okay? And it won 8 Oscars. 165 of you guys got that one right. It was a hard one, but I can kind of see, I live in Teddy. It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it? So who got it right the quickest? It was, of course, Hassan Tadouit. Oh, honey, that was one hard name for me with my English or my southwest accent. No, southern accent, sorry. I'm from the southwest of England, but that was a southern American accent. So well done, Hassan Tadouit. As you can tell, for the next question number 8, that is a huge clue. Look at that, shiny and red. Now, don't be fooled, because that car was possessed. I was about to say possessed then, just, sound a bit American. That's bitchy. Was it Christine, Caroline, Charlene, or Cleo? I should stop with the southern accent. It's not very good. It's not doing anyone any favours, not me anyway. So which Stephen King story tells of a possessed car? It was, of course, Christine. Christine. Now, American author Stephen King has sold more than 350 million copies of his books, and a lot of them have been, of course, made into films. Christine, it was quite an easy question. 170 got that one right. 170 of you guys got it right. Valerie, I don't know, I'm hoping that you got the other, you've got some, 3 times you've been the quickest. So Valerie, there is a high chance that you are gonna win your partner $300 tonight. It's not dollars, it's euros. Euros cost more than dollars right now, so you wanna be earning euros and not dollars. Valerie, you are on your way, honey. That's good. It's the last and final question. We could have had a photo. We could have had, if it had been a clue, not necessarily to the question, it would have been Mowgli. That's a clue. I've given you a huge clue. Holla! So, the poem If was written by who? Was it Rudyard Kipling, Robert Louis Stevenson, Oscar Wilde, or Lewis Carroll? Who wrote If? Beautiful. One of the most beautiful poems ever written. Absolutely so touching. It was, of course, Rudyard Kipling, the British journalist and writer, who also wrote The Jungle Book, which is why I kind of gave you that Mowgli tip or hint just beforehand. 115 of you got that one right, as did Bacco. Bacco, I like you have an easy pronounceable name, and I think I got that one right, unlike Madame Bovary. So, 78 players didn't get any faults. I'm translating as I am speaking. So there we go. So bravo, well done. You are 78 players to have got all the questions right. You will be sharing 300 euros. So it's around €3.85 each person, which, statistically, isn't too bad for what? For 10 minutes of playing? So you know what, Valerie? Because you are hot on that your phone or your computer today, I'm going to give you a call. So Valérie, je t'appelle. On peut parler en français. Don't worry. I am here for you. Where's the double cam? I want to see myself. Come on. Valerie. Valerie, are we calling Valerie? We most certainly are. Valerie, you are not picking up. Let's try somebody else. There are 78 of you who got all of those questions right. For those of you who are watching on Facebook, please don't hesitate in just, you know, if you liked my themed quizzes, because I do a lot of art, I do a lot of music quizzes, don't hesitate in, you know, telling me what you like, if you have a preference. And we do, oh wait, Shaman is on the line. Shaman.
Yes.
Hello, it's Hayley here from Quiz in English.
Hello.
Do you speak English?
I don't speak very well English.
But wait, you just got 9 questions right in English on literature
Yes.
as well.
I speak a little English. I understand English. Je comprends l'anglais quand il est écrit, mais je ne comprends pas l'anglais quand il est parlé.
Bah écoute, tu sais quoi, tu comprends assez bien pour avoir gagné 3,85 € et d'avoir répondu correctement à 9 questions ce soir pour ce quiz in English. Voilà, je parle en français aussi, donc bravo. Est-ce qu'il y a une question sur laquelle tu hésitais, tu savais pas trop, c'était ceci, cela?
Oui.
Laquelle?
La dernière question.
La dernière question. The poem if. Je ne sais pas si ça s'est traduit. The poem. Le poème si.
Le poème. J'ai
a été écrit par qui? Voilà. Donc même l'indice, en fait, j'ai donné l'indice, c'était Mowgli. Et lui, c'est pas son nom. En fait, le livre de la jungle, c'est ça?
Si, mais j'ai pas entendu Mowgli.
Ah ben voilà. Bah oui, tu vois, j'étais gentille quand même, j'étais gentille. Bon, bah on se donne rendez-vous la semaine prochaine?
Oui.
Super,
Bonne soirée.
bah, merci beaucoup, passez une bonne soirée et bah voilà, t'as gagné 3,85 €, donc bravo. Merci beaucoup et bonne soirée. Voilà, on a des gagnants. We have winners here. Look at, oh, you can see my cup of tea now. Look at this. So delicious. Anyway, guys, I'm going to have a swig of my tea and say goodbye, chaps, and ladies, and, you know, everyone else. I'm off to England this weekend anyway, so wish me luck. And à la semaine prochaine. See you next week. Have a lovely evening. Cheers.